I'd rather not die than... Well, obviously I'd rather not die. I'd rather make something and leave something behind like Nick Drake did. 3 albums, but they mean more to me than anything else. So from that point on, I thought, if I'm going to die, I'm going to make an album. And it's going to be good. And it's going to be happy. Not necessarily happy at the beginning, but it's going to be positive and it's going to show some kind of triumph, because I do not want people who've never met me to look back and think, oh yeah, that was a dude who went through bad times and then he buckled and broke. By the time the album was finished, I found out that it wasn't a sarcoma or anything like that. I found out it was a fucking it was a goat disease. I got some goat disease. I don't know. They've only ever found it in a goat.
Just 11 days after the night when a letter wrong to write never came between your sides of your dignity deprived, and you know I'm right. Fake truth, the mother adds to stay smooth. You walk into each other now. It's always better to fake a smile. And wake blue alone next to a tall tube of motion sickness cyanide. 'Cause who needs love when you've got a guy calling out, I don't care who you love, and I don't care who you trust. I was only telling lies if I ever said otherwise. And cough when the milk goes off, so the coffee in the pot knows it doesn't have to fear for life. And she was always drinking tea, let the sugar out for me. I'm so happy to be free, and you know I'm right. But I'm only telling lies. Thank you, sir.
I didn't die, I might be a goat. And this album, we came out, Louise came back, all was lovely, and we went through it in the album. Let's start with the beginning when it was all rubbish. And the thing is, I could talk about success or failure or legacy or death or anything like that. And I might do briefly, but the main thing is, through all of this, when I thought that things were going to go awful, the one thing that mattered to me was making my point to that particular girl at that particular time. Because I thought, the last thing I want to do is die and then this person who I've lived with for the last few years dislike me at that point. So that's what the album's about, really. And it goes through it. like, come to New York, you know. Tried to win her back by offering a trip to New York. Like Angela was talking about earlier, he got the New York pizza. I was like, I wish I could go to New York. And then she said yeah, and then she said no. And then feel so young, you know, we're getting old. Maybe not the same buzz as it was before. And then coming around to see you when the world gets you down. It makes me feel better, someone who gives a fuck. Which is nice. And you. Everyone. It's nice. Close to the mind when I was angry. But we all get angry. And as long as we're sorry for it after, it's fine. Please not yet, death. What's next? I don't know. Little job in a bookshop. Working at, I won't say the name of it. Book thieves! Not Nazis! No. The people who you might... I've got a few clothes. You would have thought doing an English degree that they'd like you, but they don't, because you don't know. You know loads about Charles Dickens, but you don't, and you get treated awfully, and I was on minimum wage with a first-class degree, and I was like, what's the fucking point? I'm failing in this, failing in that, lost my girlfriend, lost my friends, bleh. Little job in the bookshop, invasion, lose my voice, thinking I was losing my voice, because I was worrying, and also because if you smoke, and if you try to escape from anxiety by smoking particular commodities or smoking anything, you can think all sorts of crazy shit. I apologise, I can't speak very much German. Good for you. But I call myself, my name is Jack, I call myself Gallery 47. It's a bit weird, but I'm sure you'll get used to it. I feel love can be another way to tell yourself don't be afraid at all, and to forget all your doubts. So you lose yourself in butterflies and celebrate a common mind and fall at your commitments out loud. It's a baby in a chamber, breathing only fumes of balance and blood. And he won't know any danger till a governor turns the power lines off. And everybody calls it better to have loved and lost, but I just feel a loser now, I cannot feel the love. It's a memory of all we could grow up to be, but didn't as I walk. In that old New Beachford cemetery, around a crumbling building on a lunch break from the curtain factory, when I'm viciously accused of lies just 'cause we can't see eye to eye, I fear that now is history in disguise. Like a nicotine addiction makes you feel like something's missing at times, when a temporary prohibition in a movie or a wedding denies. And everything you knew becomes a child or a sign, and your bed is nothing but lonely so far away alive, with memories of all we could grow up to be, but didn't every night. For the moment we can laugh away that hollow ache of sober intuition, just a shadow on the game. And I will love you while you're here today, and if you go tomorrow that's okay, I'll even help you on the way. 'Cause I don't believe in lovers giving windows up for shutters and cord, never going for another till the weather blinds and bothers the road. And
Everybody's car is metal mashed into a ball of license plate and near escape and cold insurance call. A memory of all we could grow up to be but didn't grow at all. Dankeschön.
Anyway, Invasion. It's a bitter track about a particular person from a time before when I was in the throes of the downturn and everything was around the Baudelaire time. Of like, oh, what the fuck, you're my one gateway to success and now you're abandoning me. I thought you liked me. Invasion, Little Lost, which is like, oh, I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care. I said I was going to do a master's because I thought that's what you're supposed to do if you give up, right? You go and do more education. And then I get my brother on the phone saying, does Jack really think, are we alright? Does Jack really think he's going to get anywhere? In his pseudo-American accent. Does Jack really think he's going to make it? I was like, yeah, but dude, don't you fucking get it? I don't care if I make it or not. I'd like to, but if I gave into your philosophy, then I would have definitely not made it in any respect. It's good, and I'm happy with it. And of course,
Down one big.
yeah, people passed on it.
But that's the thing about that is it's I saw that as such a creative explosion at the time, but then I've seen everything you've been doing since. You've been working like I've never seen anybody work on music.
I've done like what, 4 or 5 albums?
Yes, you have.
That's because
In about a year.
Yeah, but that's because with Dividends, I did the guitar for those 3 tracks, and then got down, and then didn't touch it for a year. Didn't do any vocals, didn't touch it. So these days, like last week, if you want to hang out, I'd always hang out with you, but I said, no, dude, I'm in a good mood. I need to record. Because you never know when it's going to stop. You know, some people, they write iconic, like My Bloody Valentine, they write an iconic album and then go away for a while because they feel like they can't better it. So, as someone might say, make hay when the sun shines. And I'm not even saying if it's hay or whatever. It might be wheat. Fucking wheat. It might be wheat. In a country...
Tolerant of wheat.
I know, it's like, see, I hated that voice, sounds like Mean Girls.
This is a song I wrote about some job interviews I had in the last year.
Don't be nervous.
I was nervous, that was the problem. Getting dove down into the blue, he'll make a fool out of you. When your little glass heart is shatterproof, you're left with nothing to use. There's some things you never meant to know, and if you follow down that road, you'll go alone. There's some fears you never meant to show, and if you do, they will creep up over you. Don't let the interview guy me to fool. or you'll have nothing to do and spend all day getting older and poorer too, and all will look down on you. There's some things you never meant to know, and if you follow down that road you'll be alone. There's some fears you never meant to show, and if you do, they'll creep up over you. So act tall with a confident laugh and a song or two to show you've nothing to prove. Don't let the whole world know you're nothing new, or they will see straight through you. There's some things you never meant to know, and if you follow down that road you'll go alone. There's some fears you never meant to show, and if you do, they will creep up over you. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Cheers. You're lovely. I come from Nottingham.
The Berlin gig was different to the Hamburg one. It was huge. Well, for me, I don't know. It's not Glastonbury, but it was massive. Again, I'm not sure whether it was a trial by fire the night before or whether it was just circumstance, but I got this time, Paul Weller let me use his sound, he let me use his lights. Because he'd been nice the night before, I wasn't quite as worried. And I got a dressing room, which is good. I was in the kitchen the night before, kind of freaking out, oh God, what if he comes in to eat? And so got a dressing room, went, and it was a little bit earlier. So, you know, there wasn't as much waiting around before the show, no need to worry. And I went out and I went to do sound check and I could see that Paul Weller was standing there. And I was like, oh fuck, I better not screw up. And then he came up to me, I was like, come on mate, being cool. Like I'm absolutely not, as Mike Atkinson would say, and he goes, it's true, he said I wasn't cool. Maybe I'm not, I don't know. And then he goes, yeah, we've got to sort your shoes out, mate. So apparently my shoes, hold on, right, okay, here they are. Apparently my shoes are not good. I don't know if they are. I said that my mum bought them, which she did. And then he just kind of looked at me, and I couldn't figure them out, and he goes, well, yours, mate. And I got to go and do the sound check, and then he talked to Tessie, and was nice. And, I mean, it's weird, I don't want to say every single word. It's like if you're going to have sex with someone, you're not going to say, oh yes, and then she did this. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. Anyway, look, the point is, it was good.
I come from Nottingham. They're not quite as, well, they're nice, but they're a bit more rowdy over there. With love. It's a song I wrote about trying to sing over them.
Now here's a word for the people with the power to choose, a breed of modern muse for all tomorrow's news. Mr. Baudelaire, Mr. Leather Chair, Mr. Pull your hair out and act a fool. Call me bitter so I drink my milk and do it all for you. 'Twas never about fleeing colder from doubt. This is personal now, not a sky but a cloud, and I'm focused on you. Now don't you fuck me about. Then I'm so sorry for the language that I used just now. See, I forgot myself somehow. Oh no, what about the radio? Can we edit it out? It's just me, it's just me, it's just me until it's you. And then it's not a bad mood, but it's all my dreams come true. A pity they were nightmares of market shares and poor liquidity ratios in tune with E, B, G, D, A, and E. Or drop it to a D. It rings out with a buzz neither critic nor cat would love. Here we have summed it up. Mr. Baudelaire, you own every ligament on my bone. You make me walk in a line and cough out loud until my voice is chalk and I can't talk. At first for days and then for months. Oh no, what about the DHP show? You know, I feel I'm falling down. Feel it change. I take a job on minimum wage. I teach myself how to administrate. I teach myself to love and not to hate. And then I see a borderline, recovery in the corner of my eyes. This beauty drives me out of my mind. A pretty drop of hemlock in a vial. Won't you water the child? Little patches on the field of hope outside the gate of Mr. Baudelaire's estate. Before a hungry country goes to war, leaves nobody to create.
Thank you very much. So we're here from the UK. Remember those riots a few years ago? I was in Nottingham. I lived next door to the petrol station. They supposedly got firebombed. Not the petrol station, the police station.
I'm caught up in riots, as hooded firebombs fall on Canning Circus, a good Samaritan calls the national media who rush to get a photo. The roads are locked down and everybody goes home. You tell me, mother, I'm supposed to know my right from wrong, but in this world I've grown to be a soldier at war, just fighting on and never learning more. I talk to my brother, he says I got it all wrong. It's better to kill one than risk the lives of 10. I say, who was he risking? He threw away his gun. I've got a feeling they maybe didn't like him. You tell me, mother, I'm supposed to know my right from wrong. But in this world I've grown to be a soldier at war, just fighting on and never learning more. Then I got mugged one day when I was on my own, but all they made off with was a copy of Pink Moon. I went to a copper, he even drove me home. He treated me kindly, maybe I had him all wrong. You tell me, mother, I'm supposed to know my right from wrong, but in this world I've grown to be a soldier at war, just fighting on and never learning more.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
What happened the first night with that Turkish thing and how I spent half my money to get a vegetarian burger and all that bread. So I thought, I need to find some food. I can't eat bread all day, and so I snuck off to go to McDonald's. Sorry. And someone tapped me on the shoulder, goes, "Great guitar work tonight. I'll see you in Berlin."
Oh, you can bother me for money if you choose. I've just bought my guitar and now I've got nothing left for you. You dirty little waster man, you homo sapien, invisible, the roof over your head. So we'll assume a needle in your arm, cracking like a crack rock. You know you're buzzing to a bumbling godhead, or surviving off a peanut butter sandwich and some oatmeal wrapped in foil. You can bother me for money if you choose. Just bought my new car, now I've got nothing left for you. You're just a self-affected liberal, you're buried in the principle of counsel for the shelter. Oh, a drug you don't really know what's best. You know you never killed no spiders, just left a predator inside the room and stepped outside a moment. Oh, you're closing your eyes, conscience to soothe. You can bother me for money if you choose. Just bought my new car, now I've got nothing left for you. Criticize the world unknown. Before they cut your cord in '89, the doctor pulled out a silver spoon. From where you hear these words that carry such a scolding tone, I'm nothing but no hypocrite, some apathetic boy, you know. 'Cause we're all guilty as hell, so is there nothing one can do? You can give all you own, there would still be a beggar for you. Just don't give up the war, more blind eyes get nothing done. If it's this cold inside, imagine how cold it is for them.
Thank you very much. Cheers. I've got one more for you. I hope you have a wicked time watching Paul. I saw him last night. It's been fantastic for you, mate. Thanks, by the way, Paul, for letting me play this.
I went out, I was drinking a beer, there's some guy there who goes, oh, great set. And I said, oh, yeah, it's cool, have you ever seen Paul Weller before? And he goes, oh, yes, I saw him in 1984 when you were not even born. And I was like, oh, yeah, I get to have a beer now, I've been waiting for one all day. And then I go away and I find out he's the head of some massive... Yeah, I don't want to say what it is, but he was like a big deal. And I was like, oh my God, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I wrote this song for a girl who left me for someone signed to a bigger record label than me. I see you laughing like a drugged up goat in the springtime. I don't know why. I fear the relocated inhibition in your wine. I don't know why. You don't give any respect to us, it all rings out from the ninth ring way far down. Well, no, I don't think you're right. But I guess that I don't really care anymore. No, and I don't really care anymore. I read these cryptic little notes posted on your pages. I don't know why. My neck's been aching from decapitation in stages. I don't know why. You don't give any respect to us, it all rings out from the ninth ring way far down. Well, no, I don't think you're right. But I guess that I don't really care anymore. No, and I don't really care anymore. Throw a snowball at a duck, confused by an ice edge and water so dry. Another lazy day of pecking holes in the ground, trying to get at the sky. You don't give any respect to us, it all rings out from the ninth ring way far down. Well, no, I don't think you're right. But I guess that I don't really care anymore. No, I don't really care anymore. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers. Have a good night.
Stuff's going to happen, or it might not, but it looks like it might. And the main thing is, even if it doesn't happen, even if no one signs me, if nothing happens, then keep going. Because what happened last time, and look how much better things are going. Even like with you guys, talking, having a good time. musicians should do their best to feel good, in my
And
opinion.
be productive,
Yes,
and be creative, and try new tuning, and write a whole bloody album in it.
but that's,
If you like the sound.
that's exactly it about you and about everyone else. As long as you find yourself a group of people who believe in you, even if it's just a girlfriend or a few friends, that's all you need. If people don't like it, fuck them.
So you've caught me feeling low, and I don't know at all if I'm going mad alone. Boasting of the other boat, how the water doesn't flow if the captain doesn't roll on the workers who won't roll. Cold of mucus as a moat to the castle of the throat where your bravest knights reside. Choke another puff of smoke and be open to invasion, but to our creation, lost amidst a world where everybody feels their soul outraging. No, the energy of ghosts can be bitter like a polio shot dripped in the mouth. No inoculation mode can protect you from the demon vacuum and machine when your solid form dissolves. And everything is in the air decaying. I've grown old to watch me decline and feel you are receding under the vine. Grown on, maturing like wine. Fame, give me all your claims, so my mother knows my name, though I grew against the grain. He feigns an interest in the lives of unfortunates deprived, with a whiskey for a wife and a dirty lion mane. But no, I'd rather live and die as an innocent who rides on his own with a penknife than be a court in open G preaching positivity. Rather be a misery than be someone fake but kind. So you've caught me feeling low, and I don't know at all what my conclusion will be. If I sew a tapestry of grey watercolors for the sake of a little liberty, there's something going wrong when anyone is ruled by one emotion. I've grown old to watch me decline and feel you are receding under the vine. Grown on, maturing like wine.
You know, now I can be really happy because I can talk about, yes, I'm doing stuff again, I can talk, I can write, I'm happy, I've got a job, and I feel like it's all going up and it's going so well. But I'll never forget that there was a time when I felt that everything was going for me and I felt so happy and so positive, and then, you know, it all went wrong. And so I didn't want to just skip over that part of my life. I wanted to release something now that said this is when everything was bad, this is when things were really down. And now I'm going to go away, I'll go and write about donkeys and cats, and I'll talk about love.
The movement of the times, I guess I never really thought of it as any more than that. The man locked up in mortgages and schools, the steakhouse overgrown, forgets that providence can seem so cruel. And I'll sometimes take a walk to smoke a joint and think a lyric through, and stumble on a home with Christmas lights lit up the whole year round. Some don't have till December to think about a God they've not yet found. And one more photograph today, and mother's getting sad, and daddy's getting stressed because my hair keeps falling out. And he goes outside for candy canes, the kind I'm not yet old enough to buy. So write another song, displaying momentary fortitude, and right over the wrong we sit and watch the movement of those times as little people die. We pray the clockwork mirror ball declines before it reaches us. You know, it's difficult sometimes to stumble back home down that road, blotted from my mind. I black out in guilt at feeling fine, and hope your surgery relief provides.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have made that noise quite so quickly.
Don't go getting doped down to the blue. You'll make a fool out of you when your little glass heart is shatterproof. You're left with nothing to use. There's some things you never meant to know, and if you follow down that road, you'll go alone. There's some fears you never meant to show, and if you do, they will creep up over you. Don't let interview guide me to fool. You'll have nothing to do and spend all day getting older and poorer too, and all will look down on you. 'Cause there's some things you never meant to know, and if you follow down that road, you'll go alone. some things you never meant to know, and if you follow down that road you'll be alone. There's some fears you never meant